Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. Hope y'all are having a good day. Mine's been busy. Gonna be busy for a while. What am I knocking over? What the hey? Anyway, for those that don't know me, my name is Michelle. I am Snow Fox Designs. I usually always come on live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're hopping on now, you'll see the little red button above me here that says live. If you don't see it, then you're catching me on replay. Say hashtag replay. Now, did that go? I think it went. Hey, Tina. Hi, Judy. How are you all? So, I am going to try my hardest the next several days throughout. Let's see, this is June, July, and part of like a couple weeks in August to be on my lives. I am helping my son and daughter-in-law with their kids for the summer. So there's some days that I will be over there. Like this week, I'm over there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Next week, I'm over there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't think Friday. Mondays are the hardest because gone all day. So we'll see. But I'm going to try my hardest to keep as many of them as I can. So we found these, and I say these because I have a couple more. And I'm thinking because they were like outside that they either put like an outside candle in, like citronella or a light, one of those that you can turn on and off, or that's my assumption. And they had them outside because they look like they're all worn and kind of cleaned them up some. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for sprinkling. Welcome in. Thanks, Tina. So I am going to paint some of this, and I want to paint it with the Quiet Cove, the Silk Quiet Cove. And then we're going to do a few other things. And y'all, I found some gloves. So now I won't get my fingers when I'm using like gilding wax or rub and buff or something. I can put a glove on. Hopefully it will work. Usually I'm the type that likes to be able to feel. I don't usually like having like gloves and that on, but I thought, let's give it a whirl. It might work, and I might just do okay. Let's start with, I'm not going to paint this because we're going to put a bird's nest in, but I'm going to do at least some of this. I almost hate to do it because there's some nice chippy already on here, but we're going to do it because I want to kind of perk it up and brighten it up some. So is everybody having a nice day? Thanks, Peggy. How are you? I don't even know what the temperature is out there today, but I know it's a little bit warm. See, I'm debating on whether I want to paint the legs or not. So y'all think about that one and say, as I'm painting, and say yay or nay. Part of me's yes, and part of me's no. Hi, Maddie. How are you? All of a sudden, I got all this stuff in my throat. So the question of the day is, well, I should say the moment, do we paint the legs or not paint the legs? It's 80. I didn't get a chance to look. I knew it was kind of warm out though. Just got home. Friends from out of city here yesterday, today, and going home tomorrow. Oh, how fun. I'm doing fine, thanks, Maddie. Now I could have used and done the bonding boss first to make it stay on even better so that eventually it won't chip as bad. But I'm okay with eventually, it wearing and chipping because I kind of like that chipping look. But if you wanted it to stay on there a lot longer and not have any time for like chipping anywhere down the line in the future, you could do the bonding moss. Dang. So do we want to paint the legs? Let's paint the legs. I just know I'm going to love this project. Oh, I hope so. I was telling those that were on a few minutes ago that I'm assuming they used it, well, it was used outside. You can tell it was used outside. And there was a couple of them. And I told Kenny, I said, I'm getting all of them. Because you never know. I may not use it right away. Who knows? May have sometime do something and maybe somebody gets one somewhere down the line. Who knows? But it looks like it has like where you could put like a candle, like a citronella candle, or like one of those outside lights or something in there. Hi Ruben, how are you? Are they gonna show? What do you mean, are they gonna show? My mind's going in different directions, so I'm not sure what you're asking. Hi Lisa, thanks Lisa. Not pine cones, girl, snowballs. Just kidding. Just kidding. I appreciate whatever you're throwing. So, now on this one, I'm not going to paint this, but I do think we're going to do something to it. I am going to start off because I'm going to paint this, the Quiet Cove, and then I do want the bird to pop up top, so we're going to paint it probably black. Comments are flying by, y'all. Hi, Emily. Well, hello, James. How are you? I actually have a couple more of these because I learned the last time when I said, oh, I only need one. Then I'm like, no, I should have gotten them all. So we're sprucing her up a little bit. Thanks, Emily. I love going to, as y'all know, I think a lot of us like going to yard sales and some estate sales. And even some of the auctions. The one auction that we have, hi Mickey, is not like the auctions like when I was a kid and we go to like farm auctions and stuff like that. It's not, no, totally different. So I hope everybody's enjoying good weather. We had some rain yesterday, but today it's been pretty nice. Thanks for throwing snowballs. I appreciate it. Oh, I have a question. I asked Tina a little bit ago. Has anybody gotten on their regular Facebook page a notice that June the 16th things are changing on your personal? I'm just curious. I might change my mind about the wire. I haven't decided yet, but I was thinking about leaving the wire the color that it is and then taking some of the rust effect and kind of rusting it up some. You know, you did, Mickey? I was wondering because I thought, okay, now what are they doing? I did too, and I hadn't heard anybody else say anything. But it's like, you change it now or they'll be changing it on June the 16th. I just like quit fixing stuff because it doesn't need to be fixed. I don't think I have like a medium blue here. Let me see what I have. Where'd I put my glasses? Probably one of the only people that has to take their glasses off to see their project in front of them. Ooh, I have this color, and this is Dixie Belle Blue, and this is the Golf. I have those two colors. Hey, Ken. I don't remember because I kind of looked at it and I thought, well, we'll wait until June the 16th and see what happens. Thanks, Peggy, for throwing snowballs. Do you like either of these for the bird? The Dixie Belle Blue or the Golf? I know which one I'm kind of leaning to, but I'll let y'all decide. So, like I said, what I'm thinking is leaving that the way it is, because I think I got enough, except I need to fix this and get a little right there. And I could have done the bonding boss on here to make it stay a little longer. You don't like either of those? Maybe try cream for the bird. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Nope, that won't pop. Let me see. Y'all are putting me through my paces today, and that's good. Oh, wait a minute. I have a dusty blue. Let me bring this close so you guys can see it. I have a dusty blue. It's a little bit darker than that, than the Quiet Cove. I have this. It's called French Toil by the Heirloom, which is a pretty color. Yes, that's right, Making that. You said that. That's correct. They want to make it a professional page, and they're supposed to be doing it like June the 16th. You either do it now, or I think they're doing it for you. Hi, Judy. So do y'all like the French Toil? It's a little different blue, and whatever we paint them, we could add a little more pizzazz to them. Cardinal red. What are the colors for? They were suggesting to paint the bird a different color blue. You like the French Toil? We can do that. Move those out of the way. And what I'm thinking, and y'all can tell me if no, don't do that. I'm thinking about taking and doing some rust effect on the wire. If we don't like this color, we can always take it off. I know, because they were saying about blue, so I'm trying to find the blue that everybody was liking. So we finally came to the conclusion, the French Toil. I see a couple people saying yes to that one. Those are the only blues that I have that I see offhand. I say that I can see because I can see it, but it's a blur to read. And we can add a little something something to our bird here. Now we are putting the bird inside, but the bird inside is not going to be blue. Sorry. Hi, Cheryl. What are you sorry for, Maddie? Nothing to be sorry for, my friend. So there's the blue. And then we can take some wax or some other paint or all kinds of other and spruce them up some. Oh, please, there's no need to be sorry. You suggested a blue, and I pulled out the blues that I could see. And seeing how you suggested it, I figured we'll put it out there and see which one we like the best. Nothing to be sorry about. Nothing, nothing. It's all good. How did I do that? I just got a whole handful. Don't know how I did that. Somehow on the lid. Who gets paint on them while crafting? Nobody I know. You like that blue? This comes, where did it go? This is it. It's the Heirloom Tradition all-in-one paint, and it's the French Toil. This and a couple other colors you use to mix one of my, oh, I don't see where I put it, another color that I like. So I want to make sure this is dry, and then we can put a little bit of wax and that on him. But we're going to be doing a few things to the rest of this first. But I want to get him a little bit dry. I don't know why I'm calling him a him. It could be a her. Okay. So I'm going to take a brush, and because I don't want to use, sometimes I take like the palette knife in that and use it, but I'm going to put a little bit of the yellow, well, I call it yellow, but it's more like the gold rust effects on here. And I'm just letting it hit wherever. And then I'm coming back over and putting some brown on here. And I saw where Steph made her own like rust, and it turned out really cool. So that'll be a technique. She was using paint, and I believe and I know you're on here, Stephanie, if I say it wrong, I believe it was some paint colors and sand, and mixed up your own. And then I'm taking the rust or the red and adding it on here to make it look rusty. And if any gets in the inside, we can go in and get it off. And that's okay if that's there, because I was going to do a little bit of like chippy look on here too. So it's going to look something like that. Oh, you use Mod Podge also? Oh, how did I forget that? And I'm just using the same brush because it's all going on the same spot. Yeah, but I like that technique because it really looked cool. But if you want to get the rust effects, they have it on Amazon. If you don't want to mix up your own. Got a couple. I can't wait to do some other projects with y'all because I have a couple other cool things, I think anyway, that I found. Have not found any jugs yet, lately yet, but those will be popping out, I'm sure. Because I love those old jugs. I have some here, but I'm looking for some more for myself and for Cindy. Paint, sand, and Mod Podge. I got to remember that. So I'm just dabbing a little bit of this on at a time so it doesn't get too thick in spots. You see? I can bring it closer if y'all can't see it. It hardened and actually stuck. Oh, good. Hi, team. Welcome. Definitely going to have to try that. For somebody who has to take their glasses off to see, this works really well because it's up close and personal, so I can really see where I put it. This one probably won't be as covered as the other side because everything doesn't rust the same. So has everybody had good weather? I know Tina said ours got up to like 80, and we're about 40 minutes away from each other, so we vary and just by like a couple degrees here and there. So I'm just drying it so as I move and turn it, it's not as wet. And then I want to take the palette knife and put some other color on here. And I had, at first I was thinking that color, but I don't like that color. Maybe the driftwood, or to bring it out a little more, I'm thinking maybe the sawmill gravy. Or we could put little bits of black in there. As I'm looking at it, I'll decide. We're going to put a little distress on our bird. Hi, Levon. Oh my goodness, Joanne, 106. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's too hot. Too hot. So, I know I did my weekly drawing on Saturday and had mentioned on there that I'm I'm okay, and it seems like the majority that were on was okay. That if somebody wins 2 times in a row, that's fine. But if I do another drawing and it's the third and they win like 3 times in a row, then they're okay with letting somebody else get it so we can be fair. So far, we've only had that happen one time where somebody was winning 3 weeks in a row. Thank you, Levon. It's been beautiful here today, but have storms coming in tonight. I was so hoping that all these storms would stop already. Seems like we've had a lot of storms this year. Or it sure feels like it. So I was telling him earlier that I have a couple grandkids that I am helping my son and daughter-in-law with watching them throughout the summer. So, because she can work from home, but she also has to go into work sometimes. So when she goes into work for a few hours or whatever, I'm going to be watching them. Mondays is going to be the hardest one because it's kind of like an all-day thing. But the other ones, if I know not going to be able to get home, I'm taking my craft over there. 85 with thunder and lightning. Oh no. Yes, no fires. It's supposed to rain here starting Friday all the way. Oh, good gravy. Thanks for throwing snowballs. Thanks, Donna. Welcome in. Thanks, Cheryl. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for sprinkling and throwing snowballs. I appreciate it. Okay, so we did our little bit of rust effect, and I'm going to come close so y'all can see, because I don't know how well you can see it from there. Can y'all see it? Then I'm thinking we could do a couple with the palette knife. We could do a little bit of black on here, and we could do a little bit of maybe the sawmill gravy, I'm thinking. I'm going to say, come on, jar. I know nobody else had problems opening jars. Thanks, Maddie. So let's do a little bit of our the one spot I got a little thicker than I wanted to, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. And like we all say, it is homemade. But I can take that and spread that out so it's not as bad. Hi, Donna. I think the black gives it a little more pop to it too. Don't y'all? Thank you. I am doing okay. Let's get some down here. So who's all going to be on tonight? Anybody? And if there's anybody on here that somebody is not following, please follow. It helps everybody's page when you follow them. I kind of like the black. I think it helps brings out. Can y'all see it? Hundred. Hold on. Somebody says 104. Oh my goodness. No, thank you. I love Arizona, but I don't like all that heat. I think it wouldn't be so bad in some areas, even with a little bit of the higher heat, if there wasn't so much humidity. That's what really gets me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I have a paint class at 7 doing Christmas ornaments with Laura from Piney Creek. Which is really fun. No, it's not the ornaments tonight. It's the paint class. The ornaments are later in the month. Tina, you had to keep me straight on that one. I got them mixed up there for a minute. Okay, let's close these up. Am I the only one that has problems with jars? It's like, good gravy. I saw a lot of your jellies in that. Those were awesome. I need to figure out how to do some of that. I loved your jellies, Donna. Thanks, Tina. Gonna give it a little bit of a dry here, so this is all dry. Now, I think I want to take a little bit of I was thinking at first doing a little bit of the gilding wax on here, but I think we're going to do the Kills dark wax. Because I was thinking to give it even more a little pop of using the gilding wax with the zinc on the bird to bring, maybe we'll do that, or I could do silver or zinc. Do a little bit on the bird, silver or zinc. The zinc kind of is like a blackish purplish color, and then of course you know what silver looks like. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm leaning towards the zinc. Yeah, Tina, if anybody is not doing anything later, go watch Donna's auction. She has some awesome stuff. Let's try a little bit. Like just on the feathers and the tail. And maybe up on his head. Can you see that? Thinking I liking that better than just taking the wax on there. Let's put a little light. What do you think? I think I like the zinc. Now I could give them eyes, but I don't think I'm going to. Okay, let's take this. Now this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of taking some Spanish moss and putting a little bit around here, kind of like this, just a little bit. Because I'm thinking just putting a little around here. Then we're going to take this, make sure that's out of your way, put this in here, but I want to add some of this. And you'll see in just a second. It is the purple moss to give it some color. I love the purple moss. Plus it has like a little glitter to it. I don't know if y'all can see that on there. Thanks, Steph. Ken, you said hello. Are you back? Did you leave? Had a little air pop there. I don't know if y'all could hear that or not. I think I'm going to add a little in here just to help raise that up some. Hi, Ronnie. Thanks for sprinkling. And here's making my nose itch. I'm going to take a little bit just to help hold it in here. Some hot glue. You see that? The purple is hard to find. I know you can get some off of Amazon. I'm just not sure if it's going to be as pretty. Because like I said, I don't know if you can see the little bit of a shimmer in there. I like the little bit of shimmer. Ah, just stuck my finger in the glue, y'all. Okay, now I do have a red bird we can put in here. We could either use the big guy, which is fine, but we also have a couple little ones that could be like the baby. So we could put one in there or all three. I think three might, I don't know, three might be too much. Mama and two babies. What do y'all think? I'm thinking maybe 3 might be too much. So we could take that one out and just do either Mama by itself, or we could have one in there. I know they say do odds, not evens, but sometimes you got to be a rebel. So let's put our little mama bird in here. So what do you think? Just the two? And then we'll just take this and it'll go over like that, or do we need to add the third one in there? Y'all let me know if we need to add the third one or not, because we can. Put my brushes over there. Now, what I was also thinking about doing, just to give it a little more something something, is taking a couple of these leaves here, and we can put them up here, and then I have a little bit of blue. Do have some, what do you call these, pip berries that we could add if we wanted to, and I do have some little roses. I think we're going to add these. You like it just the two? Okay. As I said, we can be a rebel. Doesn't always have to be odd. And I want these right below the bird here. Thanks, Donna. I like you too. Sometimes it's fun to be a rebel. Just saying. Gotta not always be going with the flow, you know? There's that one saying too that I always, and I wish I could remember it exactly, but it's something to do with a phoenix, and like if they go into the fire, they come out like bigger and better. Okay, Tina says 1, Steph says 3. So you think I should add the third bird, little birdie? We're going to add just a little bit of these up here to give it a little more. Can y'all hear somebody out there cutting grass? Thank you. So after I get this done, y'all can tell me. I'm okay with just 2 in there, but if y'all think it needs the third one, I'll definitely add the third one. I save these little stems off of anything, even like the bigger, larger flowers that we buy from like Dollar Tree and that. Because if I make other floral like arrangements, or when I was doing the paper flowers, I could reuse them for stems. Didn't want to totally pull that off, but I did. We'll fix it back. I just wanted to turn it. Dang it. There. So I'm thinking maybe one more rose on that side. Just the two? Okay. The Rebel. So I don't have to turn it again and you guys can see it. I'm just going to stand up. I'm thinking it's going to be like a kind of two everything kind of day. I want that to, well, maybe we'll add one little piece. Sorry, you're probably seeing more of my hat than anything. Ouch. Ouch. But I thought it needed a little more blue right there. So I'm thinking that's what we need. I might put, just because I think it might need just a tad bit to it, and there might be enough on here. No, there's not. Okay, let me get my paper towel. We're going to add a little bit. No, none on there. I think we're going to add a little bit of the softer brown to the bird. And I'm just offloading the excess. Maybe put a little bit here to make this a little more grungy to go with the rust. So it's not as clean looking. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I like grungy too. That, and I love to take grungy stuff and re-grunge it to the way I like it, if that makes sense. Because some of you may not have seen when I first came on, but what it looked like, and it was pretty. You could see where it was chipping and all that already, and it was pretty cool. But I thought, it needs to be a little something something. But this is our project for today, y'all. If I had my little wheel here, y'all could see it. So we have our mama bird and a little baby bird in there. We have some of the purple moss just to give it a little something something. And we have a rust effect. And then a little, kind of grunged it up a little bit. This I want to push in a little bit. But this is our project for today. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And as always, you all are the highlight of my day. I love coming on here and chit-chatting with y'all and getting other ideas and tips and just enjoying your all's company. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I thank you all for hopping on and sharing me out. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate it. So everybody who is having any storms coming, please be safe. Hopefully there's no tornadoes or, in some people's cases, fires and that. Let's pray that none of that happens. And since I can't give you hearts this way anymore, so sad about that, I'm going to give you hearts right from here. Thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hi, Pam. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks, Maddie. Thank you so much. Thanks, Levon. But y'all have a good rest of the evening. I do plan on being on tomorrow. Never know what I'm going to come up with next because I like to find stuff. I probably got more stuff here than I really need. But anyway, have a good rest of the day, and I should see you all tomorrow. Mwah. Bye, all. Love ya. Have a good one.